Hello, I'm meteorologist Alex Gibbs from the National Weather Service Atlanta Forecast Office. This video details the severe weather potential for a storm system moving through Georgia on Thursday, April 11th into early Friday, April 12th. This graphic represents the current Day 2 outlook. Virtually the entire state of Georgia is in a slight risk of severe weather. Let's look at Thursday's weather setup. A potent surface low and attendant cold and warm front are located across the eastern United States. A large area of warm moist air from the Gulf of Mexico is forecast to be over the southeast United States. Severe thunderstorms are forecast across a large area of the southeast. The cold front is forecast to move through the state overnight Thursday and into Friday. A squall line is forecast to be associated with this front. Here was SPC's Day 3 outlook issued on Tuesday for Thursday, painting a large area of the southeast in a slight risk. SPC outlines a 30% risk area across most of Alabama and central Georgia. The main threat associated from severe thunderstorms was forecast to be high winds with a secondary tornado and hail threat. The new Day 2 outlook, as of 1:30 p.m. on Wednesday, shows a large slight risk area and a high-end slight risk with a 45% chance of severe thunderstorms. These probabilities have increased, and the potential for an organized wind event is more likely. Tornadoes also appear possible. Our current thinking is that we will have isolated thunderstorms in the afternoon and into the early evening across the entire CWA. It is possible that these thunderstorms could be severe as well. The main threats associated with these thunderstorms appear to be wind and low-end severe hail, approximately 1 inch in diameter. The hail threat could increase if a forecast instability turns out to be higher than what is currently forecast. The main show appears to be with the passage of the cold front Thursday evening and into the overnight hours. We are currently forecasting a squall line to move through the entire state during this time. Out ahead of the squall line, there is a potential for isolated discrete thunderstorms. The discrete cells have an increased threat of tornadoes, along with a chance of wind and hail. The squall line has the potential to create damaging winds, some of which could be strong, along with embedded tornadoes. Timing of the squall line remains problematic, as there are still uncertainties surrounding this event. We will hit on the uncertainties later on. The SPC is predicting a higher chance for an organized high wind event associated with the squall line. This has the potential to cause widespread wind damage across the area. Events like these cause wind damage comparable to low-end tornadoes over a larger area. Forecast rainfall from this event is anywhere from ½ inch to 2 inches depending on your location. The heaviest rain should occur over the mountains, while the lower amounts are likely across central Georgia. This image depicts the area where we expect 1 to 2 inches of rain to fall, in green, and ½ to 1 inch of rain in the white area. At this time, we do not expect widespread flooding with this system. There are uncertainties involved in this event. The first remains to be the timing of the squall line. Timing of the squall line is different in the models and oftentimes faster in real life. Since this is the case, it is difficult to give a better idea of when the line will move through certain areas of the state. It is probably safe to say that the squall line should form in Alabama and move through the state and into Georgia. Another uncertainty is in regard to the strength and positioning of a shortwave trough that is forecast to move through the state overnight. The European model is much more aggressive with this feature, which would suggest an even higher risk of tornadoes and strong winds if it verifies. The rest of the models are not as aggressive. This shortwave could also lead to convection in the Gulf of Mexico. If this occurs, moisture for the storms could be stopped, and our threat for severe weather would greatly decrease. We do not think this will happen, but it is a possibility worth mentioning. The last uncertain is air mass instability. If thunderstorms develop during the day, it is possible that these storms may use up all of the instability, so that when the squall line approaches the area, there will not be enough instability for it to continue through Georgia. In summary, isolated thunderstorms are possible Thursday afternoon into early evening. These storms could be severe, with wind and hail being the primary threat. A squall line is forecast to move through the area Thursday late evening and into the overnight hours. The primary threats associated with the squall line are tornadoes and damaging winds. Stay tuned for potential web briefings, watches, warnings, and statements associated with this event.